Lighting. Are you struggling with trying to utilize your workspace, your little setup, your creator den? Are you struggling with trying to find the right lighting equipment? Are you struggling with what to buy? There's so many different versions of things and everything. Well, today I'm going to tell you what works for me, what I find works, how I utilize them, little tips and tricks I've learned across the way, and things to just avoid. So first of all, before we get started, I just want to give a big shout out to this guy right here, because if it weren't for this guy, I wouldn't be making this video. He commented, just wanted to know about my setup, how I use the lighting and everything. And I love that. I want more of that. I want more people to just jot down in the comment section little tips and tricks or whatever it is that you want me to show you guys. And yeah, just big shout out to this one here. So lighting is everything in the way that content creators make their videos, okay? I know full well for a damn sure it is so stressful to try and find what lighting you want. If you want to go for like an RGB light, if you want to just go for like a normal light, if you want to go for like a softbox light, if you want to go for any of these, there's so many different things out there. It's almost like we're spoiled for choice. So I'm just going to explain how my setup works, why I did it this way, because this is in my bedroom. So this is technically a small space because I've only got this small little sliver in the corner. So I don't have a massive area. So I didn't want big, massive soft boxes or big, like these big hanging lights and stuff. I just wanted something that was small, compact, that also worked. So here we are. This is the setup that I'm working with. So I've got the desk, everything on the desk, and then I have these two RGB panel lights. If you don't know what RGB means, RGB is it's just a light that can change color. So I have the whole color wheel that I can change it to. Don't use them for that. But the reason why I bought these lights is because if I upgrade, I can always use them lights as filling in the back or making the room look a different color or whatever. And that is the reason why I went for RGB for my first lights. Do you have to go for RGB? No. I usually just keep them on this setting that they're on now, and I just leave it at that. So these lights are the GVM RGB 680RS 50 watt LED panel lights. But it's not always these lights that you need to rely on. So there's other factors you've got to take into this. So as you can see from behind me, I've got quite some things going on, you know? So I've got my salt lamp behind me, which is this. My big ass salt lamp, which I absolutely adore. And I never bought this to use in this way. I just so happened to put it here and it works very, very good with this. Then on this side of the room, we have these lights, which are just grow lights for the plants. So we put some plants in this corner to then, for my own selfish needs, to when I'm making videos, I've got more extra light. And the reason why I put my desk on this side was then because when I put the camera here, I have the natural light coming in from this window. I'm gonna put a link of where I bought these lights from. These lights, I think when I bought them, they were £160. And if I look on Amazon now, I'm sure they've gone down in price. So they were £169. Now they're £158. These lights are great. I absolutely love these lights. They just work so well. And I really, really love them. That's all I need to say about it. I love them. Now, as for the positions of the lights. So I've got one up here because when I am sitting down or if I'm standing, this is a standing desk, so this moves with me. When I stand or if I'm sitting, this shines straight onto my face, but mostly on the top of my head. And then this one comes into play because this one directly shines straight at my face. So I've got one higher, pointed at like a 90-degree angle at me. And then I've got one then right here. You don't have to have it there. You could have it straight in the middle. You could have it wherever, but that's what works with me. And I have that one pointed straight at my face. Then you've got these little panel door things. What this will do is you can stop the amount of light that's coming in. So as you can see from that, so if you pointed it like this and pointed it down, it would only focus on the top part of my head. I usually leave these open. I think that they're fine the way that they are. And yeah, they work really great. And for the price, you can't get better than these really. So why did I go for panel lights over something like a softbox? I know I already talked about them being, softboxes are you can get softboxes for panel lights as well, just FYI. But the reason why I went for a panel over a big, massive, hanging down on the side thing was just because of the size of it. It was, and the price as well. Like obviously when I got into this content creation stuff now, everything got very expensive, very, very quick. And I was so excited, like searching like the Osmo Pocket 3 and stuff and the Sony a6700. But when it comes to lighting, I was just so bored of watching videos and trying to find the best one because there were so many different people saying so many different things. It just annoyed me and I didn't enjoy shopping for the panel lights. I didn't enjoy the lighting side of things. Also the same with tripods as well. I did not like, I ended up getting my tripod off Facebook Marketplace. It's actually a very good tripod and it's very expensive actually, but I ended up getting it for like 30 quid. So Facebook Marketplace for things like this is very, very good secondhand. If you go to, I think CEX sometimes does lighting, but it's very rare. Things that I would avoid. I would avoid ring lights. Ring lights are great if you have a phone in the middle of it, you know? I would just avoid it. I don't think that they look very good when you've got it to the side and it's pointing at you. I mean, I've done videos with them, and if that's all you have, then that's fine. Like, it doesn't matter. You don't need to get the fancy everything, you know what I mean? Like, I could have got better lights than these. I'm glad that I didn't because these were cheaper and they were perfect for me, even in a very dark room. So expensive doesn't always mean better. But I also know that these are 150 odd pound, I think, when I had a look on Amazon. So they're not cheap either. So alternatives. So this right here is the K&F Concept Magnetic Camera Light. 15 watt it is. It is not got any specific name or anything, but as you can see, it looks very nice and the back of it is very pleasing. But this is where it comes in very handy. So this part, these two little magnets here, they're obviously magnets. So they can magnetize to anything with a magnetic surface, which is very handy for when you are on the go. This has saved my life a good few times, to say the least. It's nice, small and compact. I really like that about it. As the light it is, this is the light. This is on 2%. So this is on 2% brightness. I'm not gonna face this to you, but I'm gonna show you an example on how bright it can get. So this is it now at 100%. So let's just focus on this. This is the amount of brightness that you'll get from it at 100%. This thing is very bright for how small it is. The battery on is great. If you are going to use it with a battery, as one of your main lights, I would put it on charge. It's got a USB-C port on it. So it's really nice and easy to just plug it into a plug it in the wall, and then leave it on. That's what I always used to do. It is also I'm going to just turn this down because it's going to be very bright. But it is also a RGB light as well. So that just means that you can change the color on it. And then you've got another setting, which this one is, I think you have to like flick, yeah, you flick through them. So you've got like a flash setting, you've got this setting, you've got that one, and then you got this candle one. This one can be quite nice sometimes. So like, you know, I think that this light is really good for especially for the price. So like I said, one of the main reasons why I love this light is that you can just plonk it and it stays. So it's magnetized. So it's better with something that's not this, because this magnetized thing isn't that great. But if you're in, I don't know, doing a TikTok or whatever, and you're in the house, you can just stick this on the fridge and then boom, you can get on with whatever you're doing. You can make this as expensive as you want, really. It depends on what route you want to take. If you want to go down the more expensive route, or if you want to just get something that you can just put up, leave there, don't have to faff around with it. These lights as well, they do come with an app, so you can control the lights completely through your phone with this app. So if I go on to, for some reason, I've kind of like somehow lost this light, but this light works anyway. So I'm just going to show you how bright they can get. It can get bright, like very bright. And then that's the room pretty much without, that's just one light facing on me here. So you know what I was telling you about the softbox? If you bought the big one with the big softbox and it was just the one, this is the type of lighting that you would get. So you would need something then, maybe something like this, that you could just boom, and then you've got that little bit of light coming from here. That is the reason why I went for the panels, because you need to have two. And it's just, I didn't want to pay £400 for like two lights, you know? So yeah. But yeah, this is how bright it gets. I'm going to just put it back, and then I'm going to put it to like 25 again. And then you do have control over if you want it warm, if you want it cool, whatever it is. I usually keep her on the coolest, 5600 Kelvin, because I have a lot of warm lights already in here. So it complex it a lot nicer. Then we've got the RGB setting. This is RGB, so this is what I mean. So if I was to get a softbox, this would look really cool if I had like a deep blue or deep purple, and then I've got the one coming over from here. I would have to turn this down a bit. So let's bring it to like there. And that's on 12%. This is the type of vibe you can go for, like a grungy type of vibe. But yeah, this is what you would really get. You can control the amount of saturation, so you can make it very blue, you can make it whiter, you know. Warning, this one might flash. Yeah, I hate this. It's awful, 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 awful. Get off. It makes me feel sick. But yeah, it's really cool. And you can change the colors to whatever color you want. You can have it as bright as you want. It goes so bright. This light is bizarre for the price of it as well. Like, I'm very impressed with it. Oh, the pink is very bright. And if you like videos like this, guys, you should really check out this video that I did talking about the Sigma 18 to 50 lens. You should check it out. It was a good video. I really enjoyed doing it. And guess what? I didn't send this lens back. I'm keeping this lens. I think this lens packs a punch. It's great. It's not perfect, but yeah, if you want to check that out, click there. I think the main thing to take away from this is you don't have to spend stupid amounts of money on RGB lights or any lights. You can get lights on TikTok Shop, panel lights like these, and they cost about £25. Are they going to be as great and as light? No. But do I use these on their full brightness? No, I don't. They're on 25 and 30%. So if you've got a cheaper one, you probably have to put it on to like 50 to 100%, but you could potentially be getting the same results from a cheaper light. It doesn't matter about, a light is a light at the end of the day. Yes, some of them are going to be better. Yes, the ones that come with soft boxes are going to make your face look a lot nicer. But when you're starting out, don't waste all your money on stupid equipment. I think that there's certain equipment that you definitely need, and lighting is one of them. But I don't think that it should be, because you get stuck into that habit then. You're like, oh, I want to buy this for the camera. I want to get this for the camera. Just get the camera and play around with it. Get a camera, a mic, and a good tripod. They're the 3 things that you need at the start, and that is it. But if you guys like these type of videos, please jot down in the comments below and let me know what other things you want, because I think what I might do is gear that you need, like just the basics, because we get stuck in this like trap of wanting to buy everything, buying the new this, the new that. And I think there is only about 4 things that I use every single day with my camera. And one of them's a mic, there's the tripod, the camera cage that I use, and there's other little knickknacks and stuff. So I think I might do that, because I think that might be important for people as well, because like I said, we get stuck into this trap and we just want to buy everything, buy all this. And I think then we forget the fundamental things that we actually need as content creators to progress and utilize our workflow better. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to make a video on content creator accessories, must-haves, or whatever. It's going to be along the lines of that, but only the things that I would recommend you getting, because I'm not going to just be like, get this, get this, get that. You need just certain things, and that is it. And then whatever you want to upgrade to when you've got all of them, then do that. That's fine. But I hope this video was helpful for you guys. And yes, I will see you guys next time.